How sweet it is. Oh, I do mean sweet. We all love sweets. I love my honey. Yeah, I like honey. I can get it. I eat honey. Uh huh. It's better than sucking on a lemon. Even on lemon juice, you add sugar to your lemon juice. You add sugar to your coffee. Right. You add sugar to your cornflakes. You add sugar here. You add sugar there. Oh, yeah, you got the non-sweet stuff. You eat twice as much of the non-sweet stuff you take from the name stuff, and you add calories to your body. And do you read the label on the can? No, no, no. You don't know what's in it. You just know it's sweet corn. Mm-hmm. It's not only the sweet corn that was packaged in; it's sweet corn. It's corn itself. You know, how do you make whiskey? And I guarantee you, let's take chocolate. You like chocolate? Yeah. The raw, the original chocolate? Oh, ooh. That was strong. A lot of caffeine, a lot of this and everything else. But you want to make chocolate, real chocolate, add sugar to it and milk and stir, grind it up, stir it up, and now you got your chocolate, more or less. And every human loves chocolate, as my mother, my sister, my aunt, my niece, her. And we know too much chocolate can kill us. That's why I believe you don't give your dog any chocolate, because the alkali will kill it. Well, we had a good thing with sugar. Um, it was once a process, sugar cane. A lot of slaves developed sugar cane, which was produced into molasses and sugar itself. Um, yes, if it wasn't for sugar cane, I doubt if anybody from to speak of would be coming from Africa to work in Jamaica, Haiti, Cuba, um, Georgia, Alabama, Texas, Jamaica, or the islands down there. Yes. Um, we just love sugar. And of course, that was exported to Europe. They love sugar. Oh, yes. And when they was chocolate, they love chocolate. Oh, you kill for chocolate. But the average of 350 million of us Americans eat 125 pounds plus a year. You know, my little bagel, I believe, has sugar in it, besides salt. Seems that all bakery products with baked with sugar, and of course you put sugar on top of the chocolate. Thing you stick a syringe in there and pump a sweet tasting interior to a eclair. Mm-hmm. But there are natural sweetness in plants like sugar cane stalk, which at one time was the only sweetness outside of a maple syrup, honey, sugar beets, and fruit that people would eat and sought after. Sugar cane sugar is expensive compared to HFCS, high fructose corn syrup, um, which is grown. Illinois has Ohio, Iowa, things like that. They grow a lot of corn. Corn whiskey is always good too. Sugar cane requires a constant sunshine of heat and a lot of moisture, 24 each, at least 24 inches each season. So there's that little thing. And in the South, you can have rain every other day or every day. And too much rain, well, everything drowns. But everything's that way. Let's see. When you see a person that has a big pot belly, those are your calories usually come from sugar. Yes. And when they can't see their feet, that becomes a problem for them, especially if they stumble. Well, hey, person with a big belly, when they stumble, they bounce. You know, somebody says, well, what can go wrong? You can get fat. Yes. And a good percentage of Americans die because they are fat. It affects your heart. Different types can affect your cancer. They need something to grow on. And it seems that cancer loves sugar. High blood pressure. That's why I take blood pressure pills. It's like, well, you can cut that out if you stop eating all the crap you're doing. That's true, or reduce all the crap I'm eating. Yes. And of course, from sugar, getting fat and everything else, you get a good chance of type 2 diabetes, which is preventable in most cases, Among the American Indian population, they have a lot of sweets. And the difference between American Indian Apache living in the United States and American Indian Apache living in Mexico is about, what, 100 pounds? Squaws who live in Mexico. Wow, look at that body. Squaws who live in America. Bowling balls. Okay. Old folks can become fat because they eat junk food. Certain groups are subjected to eating high sugar content foods, which is bad for their health. And they are seen because they pass that on to their children. And if the child's 50 pounds overweight at 14, you look at the parents who may be 200 pounds overweight. How do you cut out sugar? Cold turkey? Drink a lot of water. Cut back in your food. Cut back in your food intake. Instead of your can of food you have says servings. If it says half a can, take out half the can of that, pour it into a bowl or something like that, and then fill the rest with water. Wash off your say vegetables before you do that. If it's something like soups, it's already water. But you can always say, I need to keep this for 2 days instead of 1 day. Me, yeah. You better do it. Yeah. Sometimes I'm hungry and I eat the whole can with a lot of water. And other times I try to keep that can for 2 dinners instead of 1. And I do miss my breakfasts, but hey, I do miss breakfast. And when it comes to soda drinks, can of cane sugar or HFCS. There are 39 grams of sugar in your soft drinks. Okay? It's like taking a tablespoon. It's 39 grams. Yes. And then when you happen to have that with a Big Mac and fries and a piece of pie, you've hit your calories for a day. And it's a thing, and people don't usually have one can of something. I got a can of Diet Coke over there. I could just as well have a can of regular Coke with 160 calories, 180 calories in the can. I do like my salads. Oh yes, my leafy salads. I try to find non-fatting, if I can, salad dressing. I like to find stuff that I know what the stuff is by reading the label, because it may get rid of fat but have the calories in it. A lot of sugars. When you see a non-fat pizza, it's being covered with something. I used to do Miracle Whip for Kraft. Every Friday at 2:30, I would get a case of Miracle Whip in to test for fat content. And I had to get that back into the person in the company so they can call into another state where they make the Cool Whip. And every test I ran of this stuff, it is fat-free. But it's a legal fat-free. There's 5% fat in there. Why is it fat-free? Because they can say it's fat-free because it has, if it has less than 6% fat in it, it's fat-free. Hey, it's FDA rules. So if you take out that fat-free thing and start eating it out of the tub, 5% of that is that thing. It's kind of like drinking beer. Beer is 5% alcohol. Light beer is 2.5% alcohol. Yeah. So, just to let you know. When Wheaties were first produced, it was icky tasting. And then the guy sprayed sugar on it, and it sold. It outsold everybody else's. I think he patented it too. Oh, by the way, candies are also beckons the person to eat them, and who could deny just one bite of an M&M cookie? Not me. Me. Not me. Even one day I got my M&M cookie, 2 of them, and the next morning I was going to get a blood test. Talk about being stupid. And I failed the blood test. Of course I failed the blood test. I put 2 cookies in my mouth, 18 hours before I had my blood test. Stupid. Yeah, how sweet it is. It kills me.